Hello again. Welcome to Cowboy Football Weekly, driven by Nissan. Well, the Cowboys coming off an off week, or bye week, I should say. Next up, the Boise State Broncos. It's the conference opener. It's the top two teams, at least they're picked that way in the pre-conference polls in the Mountain Division. I could go on and on. It's a big game for the Cowboys and the Broncos, but it's a very big game for the Cowboys. But as I mentioned, Kevin, coming off that bye week, both teams are, by the way, but the Cowboys coming off that bye week, you can go back to that Wofford win. What a win that was. Boise State, they're coming off a bye week, but they lost their last time out at Oklahoma State. But that Wofford game was just what the doctor ordered, I think, for the Cowboys coming into the bye week, coming into this conference opener.
I think there's no doubt about it. You'd hate to go into the bye week with a loss, and the Cowboys looked like they were on the brink there, but Vanderwall and the offense got it going. Great 80-yard drive to end the game, the winning drive, just what they needed, and now they open conference play.
You bet. Final score 17-14 in that game. Just almost a couple of weeks ago, that Wofford win for the Cowboys. And Tyler Vanderwall, yeah, he took the Cowboys right down the field. That final drive, Wyoming would score with 17 seconds remaining to win the game. And Cowboy head football coach Craig Bowles says, yeah, that was a big moment for the Cowboys and for Cowboy quarterback Tyler Vanderwall.
You cannot replicate what occurred during that game for Tyler. And, you know, to manage the clock, to get the ball in the right places, to come up with a big fourth down throw, and then for the touchdown, you know, I think I saw a different change, not exponentially, but there's a different maturity level with Tyler. I think he's gone through that 2-minute gauntlet like that, and he performed well. And that nothing breeds success like success. And so we're really pleased for that. And now he'll need to be on his A game. I mean, we've talked about peaking at the right time, and that's what's going to take for us to beat Boise, is for us to peak. And he's going to be a big portion of that.
So the Cowboys, after that big win over Wofford, will go into the Boise State game, the conference opener, at 2-2 on the year. The Boise State Broncos, they will come in at 2-1 into this conference opener. And, well, just saying that right there, this is conference play now. That kicks it up a notch, Kevin. A little bit more important, a little bit more intense, it seems. And here you have the Cowboys going against a team, I think, that kind of brings back memories of 2 years ago, right on that field, when the Cowboys may have gotten maybe their signature win in the last 4 or 5 years. Just a big win 2 years ago. But this is a big one, and the Cowboys are, I'm thinking, utilizing the bye week very well.
Oh, yeah. They needed a bye week.
Yeah,
I think with the injury situation as it was, they very definitely needed that. But you need a little extra time to play a team like this Boise State team. This has been the standard in the Mountain West for a number of years. There were some years there where the Cowboys weren't even close to them. Now, the last 2 years, they have gotten close. They feel good about it. They have confidence in playing this team. And to prepare for an extra week for them couldn't do anything but help.
Yeah, one Cowboy that will be coming back after missing the Wofford game, getting the bye week, making the best of it, is Cowboys senior Tyler Hall, the outstanding return man and nickel back for the Cowboys, says the bye week was much appreciated by all concerned.
They try to get you out of your game plan with shifts and balances and whatnot and stuff like that. So just getting another week of them, just looking at them and try to dissect them offensively, it gives you a better chance to know what you're going against. And so when they throw anything at you, you can know how to line up to it. Because this bye week, we've just been focused on our own defense and our own basics, the basics of our own defense, and how to shifts and motions and stuff like that. And health-wise, it's always a good week to have a week off to get guys in the training room and get them back ready to go.
Well, Kevin, you said it before. This could not have come at a better time, this bye week for the Cowboys.
No doubt about it. They were beat up, and a lot of their bullets were not there. Of course, Austin Ford being one, Nico Evans, Tyler Hall himself. The Cowboys didn't have all their guys in that Wofford game. It looks like they'll have most of everybody back thanks to that bye week. They really did need it.
Yeah. Stay with us. More to come on Cowboy Football Weekly, driven by Nissan. We're back after this.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
If keeping your work site on time, on budget, and onto the next job is keeping you up at night, you need to wake up to Komatsu. Our machines are designed for production, uptime, and savings. We are more than just iron. We are giving you a technology to move more material in less passes, start sooner, finish faster, and burn less fuel. We are solving problems before you had them. So stop doing what you've always done. The only thing that's going to keep you up at night is wondering why you didn't do it sooner. Discover the job site of your future. Komatsu.
When did we stop thinking up new questions and daring to chase down their answers? The world needs more wonder, more outside thinkers hungry for a challenge. The world needs more cowboys. And it's not what you are that makes you a cowboy or cowgirl, but who you are. It's a shared spirit, the kind that emboldens those who possess it to stand on the perimeter and howl into the unknown with unbendable optimism. The world needs more cowboys.
It's a big game coming up in War Memorial Stadium Saturday evening, 5 o'clock, the kickoff time. The Cowboys and the Boise State Broncos. And Kevin, we've talked a little bit about the bye week and how important it was for the Cowboys to get some players back. Well, on the offensive side, a couple of guys coming back that they did not have for the Wofford game, and Nico Evans and Austin Fort. Both are captains, seniors. Boy, it'll be nice to have them back, huh?
Oh, boy, big weapons. Of course, Nico pretty much got the offense going. Austin Fort had a big touchdown catch against Boise State last year. These guys are big weapons for the offense. I know it really helps everybody mentally to have them back, but it's good for Tyler. Vanderwall now knows that he's got two of his main weapons. Nico can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. But to have Austin in there for what he can do and Nico's running ability, it's just huge to have them back for this big game.
Boy, isn't it though? Well, let's hear from the two seniors, Nico Evans, and first we'll hear from senior Austin Fort.
Well, I got some experience last year dealing with some of the same stuff, so it's hard as a senior and as a captain not to be out there, and after all the work that we put in, not getting to play with my teammates, but just staying extremely positive. And at first when I went down, I thought my career was done, and then they told me, you got a sprain and you'll be back in a few weeks. So just not taking anything for granted, just being thankful that I get to play, and I'm back for this game, which is a really big game. So really got everything to look forward to, and just didn't feel sorry for myself, but I'm just excited for this.
Yeah. I feel good. It's every day it's gotten better and better. And last week I was able to practice just fine, so I should be ready to go come Saturday.
So here we go. Let's tee it up. The Cowboys against the Boise State Broncos. These were the top two picks in the Mountain West Division. The Broncos are the defending champions. They won 11 games last year, including a bowl win in the Las Vegas Bowl over Oregon. The Cowboys, also a bowl winner last year. These are two of the premier teams in this conference, no getting around it, and we're going to find out all that for sure. Conference play begins, the Cowboys against the Boise State Broncos, and boy, there's a lot there when you talk about Bronco football, Kevin.
Oh, there is.
I think that a lot of folks overlook the Bronco defense, number one. They're known for their offense, and we'll talk about that offense, but they're always pretty salty on the defensive side, too.
Well, they always are, and they have 10 returnees from last year. That team was ranked 22nd in the country defensively, so they've got a lot of guys who have a lot of playing time and a lot of star power on that side of the field, just like there is on the Cowboys side. But don't ever underestimate Boise State's defense. They are very good.
Absolutely. You're talking about star power, Kevin. The Cowboys have the preseason pick as the Defensive Player of the Year. The Boise State Broncos have the preseason pick as the Offensive Player of the Year and the Special Teams Player of the Year. So plenty of stars on the field for this one.
Oh yeah, it's going to be entertaining as heck, as it always is.
Yeah.
And I think both teams with that bye week could not be more prepared for a game than these two will. They're well coached anyway, and to have an extra week of preparation, it's going to be something.
Yeah, make no mistake about it though. The Broncos lean on that offense. They lean on that quarterback, Brett Rippon. He's a senior. He's the preseason pick as the Offensive Player of the Year in the Mountain West Conference. And Cowboy head coach Craig Bohl agrees he's a big-time football player.
When you look at Boise State, I think you know they are an excellent program. You look at their quarterback; it seems like he's been there forever. You know, I've watched a great deal of tape on Rippon through the years. And he's got really good ability, throws the ball, takes it where it needs to be taken. He's got good mobility, but I don't know if there's a sharper, more cerebral decision maker than him. And Coach Harsin, that staff's done a great job with them. You know, they know who they are offensively, but they have some really innovative schemes, which I applaud them for that, because they know how to stress a defense. They do all kinds of different things with different personnel groupings, and then plays that come off it, not only drop back pass, different runs, but then also play action pass as well. So that's a real challenge in itself. And when you have a quarterback operating like he does, Rippon is an excellent player.
Well, they've played some magical games, to be sure. And, of course, 2 years ago, the last time these two teams met right here in War Memorial Stadium, the Cowboys got a very dramatic win. It was 30-28, the final. We all remember the safety, and we remember Josiah Hall's safety dance and all that. But there was so much more that went on in that game, Kevin. That was probably the signature win over the last 4 or 5 years for Cowboy football, don't you think?
I think absolutely it was, because that was a nationally ranked team, and a team that had totally dominated Wyoming. There's some terrible scores in that series through the years. Cowboys played them head up, played well defensively. Josh Allen made some big plays, but that final play will always be remembered by Wyoming fans, and how it beat Boise State. But last year the Cowboys came back and did a really good job there. So they have been able to play well against this team of late, and when you're in War Memorial, Cowboys are a little bit tougher.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, and I know the Cowboys seniors and all these Cowboy players will remember that game 2 years ago as they get ready to take on the Broncos this time around right here in War Memorial Stadium. In fact, Cowboy senior Nico Evans talks about playing the Broncos right here in Laramie.
Having them at home is going to be huge. Having the fans on our side, having the altitude on our side. You know, I've always said that we play so much better at home. So, and to know that they came in and we beat them at home last time we saw them, it's going to be huge in terms of our confidence.
So it all leads up to the Mountain West Conference opener for the Wyoming Cowboys as they take on the Boise State Broncos. Wow, what a matchup for a conference opener. It's great that the conference opener is here in Laramie. I love that part, Kevin. So much here in this game as the Cowboys begin this conference season.
You know, I can't figure whether it's great to start with the best team or have it at the end of the year. It's at the front of the year, and it's not going to sink a team if you lose it, but it's going to give the other team a leg up on the league, whoever wins this game. I don't think it could be any bigger than it will be.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, this game, here's a little bit of irony. The game 2 years ago, that game kicked off at 5:07 p.m. I'll be darned if this game's Saturday. It's a 5 o'clock kickoff, Kevin. I'm saying it's going to go at 5:07 p.m. when the Cowboys take on the Boise State Broncos right there in War Memorial Stadium. Ooh, that's going to be special.
Let's hope it ends the same way as it starts.
That would be good, too. Well, that's going to do it for us. Come back next time and catch some highlights and some comments right here on Cowboy Football Weekly, driven by Nissan. For Kevin McKinney, I'm Dave Walsh. So long, everybody.